under 21 lineups. We'll start with you for the 21 and under.
Under 21. At the goalkeeper, I'm going to butcher his name. It's Martin Van der Voort.
Van der Voort or something. I don't. He's got one of those last names.
Yeah. I think he is the future of Belgium. And I feel like he's going to get moved into a bigger squad in the next coming years. He's only 20. I think I've heard about him for almost 4 years already.
Yeah, he's been in this. Yeah, he's been known as like the future for a while.
At my two center backs, I have Chelsea's new signing, Benoit. Oh, I know I'm butchering all their names. I feel like he's going to be, the next center back for France in the next World Cup. I feel like he's going to step up and be a big player. And then at the other center back, I have already a big player for his country, Croatia, Josko Gvardiol.
Yeah.
He does play in Germany. He's already seen high potential in the big stage. At my left back, I have Nuno Mendes.
Mm-hmm.
Is he at PSG or is he at loan somewhere else?
He's at PSG.
Currently? Okay. And then at my right back, he's not a right back, but I've seen he's played right back. Jurien Timber at Ajax.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a big player that's going to step up in the next coming years.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you there.
At my center mids, 3 of them, it was very controversial because there's 5 to pick out of.
And you have to leave 2 of them out.
2 of them out. The obvious one for me was Gavi. He's only 18 years old. He's already proving himself to be one of Spain's best center midfielders. And I feel like he's going to step up to be their leading captain in the next World Cup under one of the best center midfielders Spain has ever seen as his coach. And my second, I have Pedri. I feel like he's also a big one because he also has Xavi under his wing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're going to be one of the best duos.
It's going to be Xavi and Iniesta again.
Yeah, it's going to be Xavi and Iniesta.
It's regens.
And then for my third one, I have Jude Bellingham. I feel like he's the future of England. He's going to get moved to a big club in the summer. Mm-hmm. Sad he didn't get moved this transfer window, but I feel like he's going to be, I think in the whole world, he's going to be the best center midfielder in the next coming years.
Yeah, I agree with you.
At my left wing, I have Saka. He is already one of the best players. I think he is the best player in Arsenal right now. Mm-hmm. Because without him, they don't perform. They really don't perform.
Yeah.
My right, I have Kubo, the young Japanese. He's going to be the face of Asian football in the next coming years. He is at loan at Real Sociedad. I think Real Sociedad from Real Madrid. He was, I think, at the Barcelona academy, got sold to Real Madrid, and now he's on loan. He's proving himself to be the face of Asian football and Japanese football. At my striker, this might be controversial because I am Mexican, but I do have Santiago Jimenez.
Wow.
I feel like he's going to be the face of Mexican soccer in a couple of years next to Chucky Lozano. He's proven himself to be a really good soccer player and football player in Feyenoord. He is a scoring machine in the Europa League. A scoring machine. And I love seeing him shine. And it was sad not to see him in the World Cup. I think he should have been at the World Cup. And I do have some honorable mentions. I'll do that. We'll do the honorable mentions after.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. So just go do a quick rundown of the team, just player by player.
Me?
Yeah. Just go like this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy.
What?
For your U21 lineup, just go one by one now. Just I don't know, because.
Van der Voort, Badishile, Timber, Govindoli, or Govindor, I don't know how to pronounce it. Nunmens, Pablo Gavi, Pedri, Jude Bellingham, Kubo, Saka, and Santiago Jimenez.
All right. Good deal. All right, here we go. I don't think mine is too controversial, but I might get yelled at for a little bit of bias for some of my stuff. All right. In goal, I have Gavin Bazunu, Irish goalie. He's the future of Ireland. They have a bunch of young guys who they think are going to be the golden generation, and it starts with a goalie, and he's in the Premier League and showing an insane amount of promise. Center backs, same as yours, Josko Gvardiol and Badiashile from Chelsea. On the left, mine also the same, Nuno Mendes from PSG, one of the better left backs in the world, under 21, and just in general. At the right back, I was looking at straight right backs, so I do agree that if we're doing the hybrid, like play center back but has played right back in the past, then it's Timber. But if you're looking at just pure right backs, I got Joe Scally, the American.
I had a feeling you were doing that.
Yeah, and statistically, he's one of the better right backs in the Bundesliga, and he's 19. Didn't play a minute in the World Cup, which had a bunch of people just shocked and confused. But he has a bright future if he's already playing well in the Bundesliga. My three midfielders. Again, you said there are five. You have Javi, Pedri, Bellingham, Musiala, and Camavinga. You only get to choose three. In my three, Jude Bellingham. I talked about this yesterday with you. He's 19 years old, playing in the biggest stage, captain's armband, one of the best players in the world. He'll break record signing when he comes to the Premier League or to Real Madrid or wherever he goes this summer. I also have Pedri as my second central midfielder. Again, working under Xavi, he's great. He's a rock already, and the fact that he's doing this at this age is insane. My third midfielder is Jamal Musiala from Bayern, international star already. Playing well in the World Cup for Bayern at every stage. Leaving out Xavi. Sorry, whatever, same thing. And again, Xavi and Camavinga deserve so much credit. They're all in the same level. They're all in the same zone. But unfortunately, you can only keep three of them.
Yeah.
On the left, I have Bukayo Saka as well. One of the best players in the Premier League and in the world this season. And he's 21 years old. On the right, from Borussia Dortmund, I have Giovanni Reina. you saw it post World Cup, comes back from some controversy and scores 3 goals that give Dortmund the win, all off the bench as well. He's playing really well. He's still not at 100% fitness yet. The injury problems scare me a little bit, but I don't think you can. I don't think the scare of injury outweighs the talent that he has. And up top, I have Yusufa Mukoko from Dortmund as well. Young, scores goals, pretty complete player at this age already, has so much to grow still. Yeah, he's gonna be really good for a while. I'll run through the team. So Bazunu, Nunes Mendes, Guardiola, Badiashile, Scally, Bellingham, Pedri, Musiala, Saka, Reina, Mukoko.
And then I had 3 players you did not mention for the honorable mentions.
Okay.
I had Kamavinga, you mentioned him. I had Ryan Gravenbach,
Yeah.
Dortmund, or from Bayern.
Mm-hmm.
I had Martinelli, also a great left side from Brazil. And I also had Ansu Fati. I feel like just the injuries are killing him, but I think he still has the potential to be there.
I had Ansu Fati originally and then realized that Saka was 21, so I switched him. But yeah, injuries have been a problem, but the talent is just so there. You can't take it away from him yet. All right, that's the 23 that's the 21 and under teams right there.
It's a great future we're going into.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much talent. I love it.
Now let's go to what?
Premier League
Team of the Year?
The season, Team of the Year so far. I guess I'll start since you started, you 21. All right, first, in goal, Nick Pope. I think it just has to be most clean sheets in the Premier League. He has a great defense in front of him, but he's also playing fantastic. 2 center backs. On the right side, William Saliba from Arsenal. He's been a rock. He's been incredible. Still really young. There were concerns about him in the past. Had a great year in France last year. Comes to Arsenal, one of the best center backs in the world. On the left side for center backs, I have Lisandro Martinez from Manchester United, signed from Ajax in the summer. It feels like he hasn't had a bad game. Plays with more passion than I've ever seen from another player in our lifetime. Just works so hard on the field. You don't see someone who has the motor that he has. It's been insane. On the left, there were a couple good options here, but I'm going to have to stick to my roots, and my roots is Luke Shaw. He's been having an amazing season. He's been involved defensively in build-up play, in even attacking play. He's been so good. I don't think there's been a left back better in the Premier League. On the right back, Kieran Trippier. Part of that Newcastle defense that has the most clean sheets in the league, and also I think he's top 3 in chances created in the entire Premier League. As a right back, to be doing that while also being so sound defensively is worthy of a place in the team of the season so far. Moving on to the midfield, I have one defensive and a couple more attacking minded. Defensive midfield, Casemiro. Rodri has been great. Partey has been great, but I don't think you'll see someone defensively, or a defensive midfielder as complete in the entire world as you will Casemiro. He's just so good. And the other two that I mentioned are right there with him. They're two of my main honorable mentions, but it has to be Casemiro. Next midfield slot is Kevin De Bruyne. It almost feels like it's been like an off year for him, but he's leading the Premier League in assists still. He's just so good, and he makes such an impact that you can't keep him off the list ever, almost, it feels. The final midfielder, there are a couple good options here. There were two that I was choosing between. I was thinking about Bruno Fernandes from United has been amazing, been their captain most of the time, but it has to be Martin Odegaard.
Yep.
24 years old, I believe, the captain for the team there, who's now second in the Premier League, but top of the Premier League, exceeding all expectations, both from a team standpoint and his standpoint. He's been incredible. Moving on to the three attackers. On the left, I have Marcus Rashford. It just has to be him, especially post-World Cup. Every single game he's played in, except for one, he's had a goal or an assist. He's been one of the most impactful players in all of Europe and all of the world this season. And yeah, he's my left winger here. On the right, I have Almiron from Newcastle United. It was close between him and Saka. It was very, very close. But I feel like if in terms of pure value to the team, Almiron is just a little bit higher this season. And the season's not over, so I by the end of the year it may be entirely different. But yeah, right now I have Miguel Almiron. And up top, I don't think there's going to be any debate. It's Erling Haaland, on pace to break the Premier League goal scoring record in his first season in the Premier League. Harry Kane has been phenomenal, but it's tough to compete with a guy like Haaland. So full team: Nick Pope, Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, William Saliba, Kieran Trippier, Casemiro, Odegaard, De Bruyne, Rashford, Almiron, Haaland.
So I went for a more controversial side. I don't say it's a controversial side. I feel like I think they were the best players I saw in their squad. At goalie, I do have Nick Pope, most clean sheets in the league, leading his team to 4th place to a Champions League spot. He's putting his heart out there. Maybe England sees him as a number 1, maybe. On the left side, for left back, I have Andrew Robertson.
Okay.
I feel like that's the only reason that team is still somewhat competing in 10th place.
Yeah.
Because I feel like without him, they would be lower. Because Arnold is playing horrible this year. He's not been himself. But I feel like Robertson has been still the best player on that team. For my left center back, I have Ruben Diaz. I feel like he's playing his heart out. He's the one. I saw the game yesterday. He was the one allowing no one to get in the box to make shots. And on the right side, I feel like it's the player that's been having Chelsea's hopes and dreams, Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
I feel like he is still the best center back in the Prem. At his age, he's still world class. And on the right side, I have Ben White. I feel like statistically, I've been seeing him as the best right back in the league, next to Trippier. But I feel like success is more important at this moment. Now for my center mids, I'm gonna start off with the obvious one. Kevin De Bruyne has to be there. He's the best center midfielder in the world. He opens chances up for Haaland, for Foden, for Mahrez, for all of them to score. On the left, I have, let me see what his full name is. Pierre Emile Højbjerg from Spurs.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like he controls that center midfield. I saw both games against City, and he did control that whole midfield. He was one of the reasons they beat City. He was one of the reasons they scored 2 goals in Manchester. And I feel like I think he deserves that spot. On my right side, they're both more centered defensive. Højbjerg, and I have Xhaka. I feel like he controls the whole midfield for Arsenal. I feel like Odegaard's more of an attack and he's more up, but I feel like Xhaka just more defensive minded.
Yeah.
For my left side, I have Marcus Rashford. He's been the best player for United this year. He has been the best player for them since the Euros, I feel. He's making chances to score goals. He's been one of the best left wings in the world, and he's proving himself. I feel like if Haaland wasn't in the league, he would be top of the scoring card, and I feel like he would be the best player in the Prem. My right side, I have Riyad Mahrez. I feel like he has been the best right wing scoring. He's been scoring more and more these past couple games. I feel like he's trying to prove himself that it's not just Haaland scoring, but it's the whole team and him. And then at my striker, it's the best player in the world right now, Haaland.
That's bold.
Man cannot stop scoring goals. Even without scoring goals, he's getting chances into the box and getting assists. So my whole squad is Nick Pope at goalie. Left back is Andrew Robertson. Center backs are Thiago Silva and Ruben Diaz. My right back is Ben White. My center midfielders are Kevin De Bruyne, Xhaka, and Højbjerg. My left wing is Rashford. Right wing is Mahrez, and striker Erling Haaland.
I got a couple bones to pick with you here. I'm gonna start with what I agree with. Thiago Silva has been incredible. He was one of my honorable mentions. One of the people that I was choosing between with him and Saliba. No Casemiro, no Partey, no Rodri in your squad.
I feel like Casemiro has been one of the best. He's proven he's one of the best. But I feel like Xhaka and Højbjerg are not going to get that recognition because they're smaller names, not from big countries. I feel like they have been the best center mids on the low-key side.
Yeah.
Like, you know Casemiro, he's from Real Madrid, Champions League winner, all this, all that. It's all going to be Casemiro. It's like Mbappe and Haaland. It's like, if no one's outperforming them, like, no one's going to talk about them.
Yeah. So
Partey is the controlling midfield of Arsenal, but I feel like he's gotten injured, and they have not performed when he's on the field or when he's off the field. But I feel like Xhaka can make a bigger impact when he's off the field. And who was the last one?
Rodri from
Rodri. He's more of a defensive. I feel like I see him more of as a attacking center back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like you see him as very, very defensive. So you were keeping it a bit offensive up there. All right. I'm okay with that. I do feel like with Casemiro, like him playing this well is kind of expected. Like he's won several Champions Leagues. Like this is just how he should play. So I can see where you're coming from.
like with Holland, everyone was saying he's not going to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was in a farmers league. He's not going to do anything, and
Yeah.
he proved them that he's the best player in the world, scoring goals, doing all this, winning trophies with City. He's gonna maybe win the Prem. They're looking good for the Champions League.
People thought that him winning the Golden Boot in year one was outrageous, and he comes in and is going to break the scoring record. Not just get the Golden Boot. He's going to put his name in Premier League history, and he might just break that same record again. And he might do it again and again and again. I don't think there's any stopping him. I'm with you. I'm with you there 100%.
And Lisandro Martinez, yes, he has been the best center back for United, but he's only coming in for a couple of minutes, or he's starting, and Varane's getting all the credit.
Yeah. Post World Cup, he missed time, and then came in, and I can't say he didn't like lose his place, but Shaw started playing that left center back spot, and he was doing great. And Varane has been amazing as well. Varane is another honorable mention. I kind of put him with the Casemiro as well. Like, this is just what he does. Like, he's one of the best center backs in the world. This is what he does. But yeah, post World Cup, it seems in the last week or two, maybe 3 weeks, he's just starting to get his feet again, and be able to play a full 90 once again.